Word on the street is that the Amex Platinum card is going to be refreshed. That means new benefits, new price tag, maybe, new coupons, perhaps. It just means that, everything about the card is kind of on the table as to how it'll work. How many points will you earn? What kind of rebates will you get? And so Nick and I today are going to predict what we think this new Platinum card is going to look like.
And anybody who's followed Frequent Miler for the last several years knows our track record with predictions and is probably waiting with bated breath to find
That's
out what
right.
we're going to.
That's right. And in case you haven't been following us, you know that we're actually really bad at this. So, nevertheless, we keep kicking at that football, and eventually we're going to get it right.
One of these
Um,
days, Charlie Brown.
but
One
I
of these days.
promise, whatever we say today is going to be right. You'll see. You'll see.
Don't make promises. There's no promises, no promises, folks. All right. All right. So let's talk about things that we think are probably likely to change. So let's start with the annual fee. Current annual fee is $695. What do you think, Greg? Going to go up, stay the same, go down? What's your
This,
prediction?
yeah, this one's the hardest for me to predict because the fee is already so high, and over the last, I don't know, 6 years or so, they've raised it many times, and so will they do it again? Um, I'm going to say probably. That I think that I would not be that surprised to see it go up by $200 to 895.
Wow. Wow. 895. 895 feels nutty to me. That feels like just a crazy price. I don't know. I think that they probably will increase it. I think it's crazy to increase it. I can't see it going past $750 though. And I say that thinking that 995 is actually the point that scares me, that I feel like they could go to. But $1,000 a year for a card, that just seems crazy to me. 900 seems like an odd number to me, the 895. So I'm going to go with $750. They seem to like the $50 increments. They've got their 550 on some of their airline cards. That makes this a little bit more premium, but not like crazy. Because I think $800 is a number that just seems to me like a ceiling. So 750. 750 is
Yeah,
my
well,
prediction, but it's probably going to go up. I agree with you.
there you go. We're both saying the price is going to go up. As hard as that's to believe that
Ah,
we're gonna
yeah.
have a popular card go up above $700. You heard it here first.
Yeah, I
All
mean, I
right.
think if it goes to 895 or 995, they thin the herd. If that's what they want, I guess go for it. But I can't imagine many people are going to keep a $900 or $1,000 card.
Right, right. All right, so what about the card's earning rate? So right now you get just 1 point per dollar for most things, but you do get 5 points per dollar for like airfare. What do you think is going to happen going forward?
I don't think there's going to be any significant change there. We haven't, in general, seen Amex mess with earning rates on their cards for the most part in the last few years, with a couple of relatively minor exceptions. Most cards have stayed the same for years and years. So I just don't see them changing anything. If they change anything, maybe it'll be on spend through like Amex Travel, or maybe they'll incentivize something in there. But I think probably we won't see any change on the earning side.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards that as well. Although what I could definitely imagine is something like where purchases over $5,000 get 1.5 points per dollar instead of one. But if that happens, I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me whether that happens or not. So I'm gonna go with agreeing that we don't expect much of a change, and I wouldn't even consider that much of a change because you can
Right.
do better than that with most other cards.
Right, right. So we agree there that probably no change there. But where we probably also agree is that Amex has seemed really excited about couponizing everything. And so
Absolutely.
while I don't expect changes on the earnings side, I bet you there's going to be some coupon changes. And I think that's an easy win on a prediction. So let's make it more difficult. What are the coupon changes going to be, Greg?
Yeah. I'll tell you right up, the first thing that's going to change is I think Uber is gone. Right now,
Really?
I think it's gone. I think right now you get like $15 per month of Uber credits on your Uber account, and then more in December so it rounds off to $200 a year. I think what's going to happen is they're gonna do what they did with the Delta Reserve card and make it a ride share credit where you don't have credits like in your Uber or Lyft account or whatever. What you have is when you pay for a ride share, you get rebated. I think it's gonna be $20 a month flat.
Wow, that would be painful. That would hurt. So I also on my scorecard had $20 a month for rideshare credit. I had them flattening out the Uber credits to $20 a month. It's silly. There's no reason for it to be $15 every month and 35 in December. It should just be a flat 20 every month. So I totally agree with you on that. And I didn't think about the rideshare benefit working the way you said, but I think you're absolutely right. I mean, they made the change recently that you have to pay with we're supposed to pay with an Amex card in order to get your benefits. And yeah, unfortunately, I think you're totally right. That's a bummer because you're gonna have to keep switching if you've got multiple cards in your household that qualify.
Yeah, I mean, I think that only really, I think here's where it's a bummer is the few sort of households that have multiple platinum cards. It makes it harder to use the credits together because you have to use separate cards. The other thing is it could mean the end of Uber Eats being credited. So right now with the Delta cards, you do not get credit when you use those cards for Uber Eats. So that to me is the biggest downside because I find those credits so easy to use because of Uber Eats. If we can't use it for that, then we actually have to kind of use it for as it's intended for rideshare. And not everybody has, people who live in cities without cars, that'll be nothing. But for those of us in the, who do have cars and don't rideshare every month, it's going to be really tough.
Yeah, I mean, losing Uber Eats and the combinability with our Amex Gold card credits and things like that, if that would definitely ruin that benefit for me. So I hope you're wrong, but I think, unfortunately, that seems like a pretty solid prediction. All right, what's next?
Yeah. Airline incidental fee credits, they're gone. Instead, what they're going to do is they're going to have a quarterly credit for any airfare purchases, just like they did with the Hilton Surpass card, I think it was that they
Hmm.
have that, or is it the Aspire?
The Aspire, the Aspire, the
Sorry, the
Aspire's quarterly.
Aspire.
Yeah.
And here's where my prediction is contingent. If I'm right about the annual fee going up a lot, then I think we're looking at $100 per quarter of airline credits. So $400 total per year, divided up by quarter. If the fee doesn't go up by much, like if it only goes up to 750 or stays at the current, then I think it'll be $50 per quarter and it'll stay at a total of $200 as it is now with the incidental fee credits. So the difference for anyone who's not like following this closely today, you only get credited when your favorite airline you pay for something that's considered a fee as opposed to a ticket, but you could use up all $200 at once for the calendar year. What I'm saying is in the future, it'll be any airfare purchases, probably not even tied to your favorite airline anymore, but you'll have to use it separately each quarter, use it or lose it each quarter.
Yeah, so I also had written down that I think that this will become uh, probably quarterly. I've got my fingers crossed for semi-annual. Twice a year would be better. But my fingers are crossed for the semi-annual mostly because the consumer platinum card, I wouldn't assume people to travel as much as business platinum card users. So I could see business platinum going to a quarterly credit because if you're a business traveler, then presumably you're traveling enough throughout the year. For the consumer card, I feel like quarterly seems a little not generous enough to me. But if it goes up to 100 because the annual fee increases, I could see that being something that would be an easy sell for them. I don't know that it's going to be valid with any airline. I could see it either being tied to a chosen airline still, or like we've seen with the Hilton credits on the Business Platinum card, I could see this becoming a Delta credit specifically because of Amex's tie-in with Delta. So I could see them limiting it to one airline. Like I said, I'm hopeful that it's going to be every 6 months rather than every quarter, but probably you got that right. So,
All right. So those are the only coupon changes I'm predicting.
okay,
Do you have
I'm
any
not
other
done.
coupon changes you're expecting?
Yeah, so I expect the Saks credit to get eliminated. And the reason why is because Saks has been in the news lately for financial troubles. There was a story just, I don't know, a week or two ago I saw about them having to move out invoice payments to their vendors getting upset and nervous because they haven't been paid for a long time for the
Oh, wow.
stock that Saks has been selling. And Saks is like, oh, we're going to pay you in 90 days, don't worry. But that to me seems, like they're on shaky ground. And I'm sure that they look at this as a marketing expense to get people in the door, but if you're in budget cutting mode, this is a marketing expense that seems like an easy cut to me. So
Yeah.
I think the tax credit is likely to go away. I could see, and
Hmm.
I don't know if I'm confident about this, but I could see that being replaced by a monthly Walmart cash benefit, similar to the old Uber cash benefit, where it's like use it or lose it. You can't stack it up month after month. Or it could be a statement credit, I suppose, for Walmart purchases to encourage you to use your card. But one way or another, I could see a Walmart credit coming on this card in place of the Saks credit, which I know kills the premium aspect a little bit, but I just don't think Saks can continue to afford to do it.
Yeah, yeah. I agree with you. When I was about to ask you, but you already started saying, what will it be replaced with if the Saks credit goes away? And in my mind, I'm thinking, if this happens, I bet it will be Walmart.
Yeah.
And it does feel like Amex and Walmart are moving closer together. As weird as that seems, given that the Platinum Card is such a premium, luxury lifestyle brand, and Walmart is not.
No, but I mean, I have to imagine that that Walmart, that Amex has enough cardholder data to have known that a lot of Platinum cardholders are shopping at Walmart,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
Walmart was willing to subsidize their Walmart Plus benefit by
right.
enough, knowing that Amex Platinum cardholders might spend a lot. So,
Yeah, yeah,
one,
yeah.
one way or another, I could see this becoming a thing. And I don't know how long Walmart Cash has been around. I only recently noticed it for the first time. Coming with certain products you get Walmart Cash with, or they did that promo where if you had Walmart Plus, you just had to like log in, click around somewhere, and get $10 in Walmart Cash recently. So I could see that becoming a thing. I think that might happen. And then the last like sort of, well, no, that's not a perk, not a coupon. That's a perk. Okay, yeah, I'm done on coupons. I think
All
that's
right.
that's what
Let's move on to
I
perks.
imagine.
So,
Perks.
today the card has things like lounge access, elite status with some brands, and some miscellaneous other things like cell phone protection or whatever. What kind of perks do you think are going to change?
Well, if I'm right about the Walmart Cash thing and their tie-in with Walmart and people spending money there, I could see Sam's Club membership somehow
Ah,
getting tied into the Platinum cards. So whether
interesting.
that's a full, like a free Sam's Club membership or just a big discount on a Sam's Club membership, I could see that becoming a thing. So I'm gonna say they're gonna add some sort of a Sam's Club membership benefit to it. Maybe it's full membership. I don't know. I unfortunately think that lounge access could get limited. I mean, Centurion lounges often have a wait. People complain about that, similar to other lounges. On the one hand, this is such a great marketing tool for Amex. On the other hand, Delta and Amex decided to limit lounge access for cardholders. Maybe on the consumer card, we'll see a limit of something like 10 or 15 visits per year. I could see the business version continuing to be unlimited since they want business travelers in those lounges probably, but or using the perks and feeling like the card is worth it. But I could maybe see a limit coming to Centurion Lounge access. And the last like perk change that is in my mind is there needs to be a better redemption ratio for travel. So I like the 35% rebate on the business platinum card for paying with points for your chosen airline.
Yeah.
I could see something like that coming to the consumer platinum. I could see it perhaps being limited to being used with just Hilton and Delta, or maybe you'll have to make some sort of a choice. I would love to see this come at least to fine hotels and resorts, the 35% pay with points rebate. It'd be great to see that happen. But I think they've got to add some way to get better value. There's no reason right now to use your Amex points to book travel. I'm sure Amex likes it that way because they like collecting the
They
points
do.
from people who don't know better. But at
Right.
this point, you get such poor value with points that way. I'd love to see a change there. And I
Yeah.
think I think it could
Yeah.
happen.
Wow. So, man, I agree with you. I would love to see that. I think that's a lot less likely than some of the other things we've talked about. But, I do think you're right. Centurion lounge access limits is possible. They certainly wouldn't get rid of it because that's such
Right.
a big seller. But I could certainly imagine most people saying, well, I wouldn't go more than 15 times a year anyway. I
Right.
know that's true for me personally.
Right. Right.
So it wouldn't be a big deal if they put a limit like that on for most people. And it would just hurt the people that are kind of I don't want to say abusing the perk because I mean it is right now an unlimited perk, so it's not really abusing it to go a lot, but you know what I mean.
People use
It
it
would
far
hurt
more
those.
than average.
Yeah, yeah. So it would hurt those people, but
Hmm.
theoretically that wouldn't be a lot. I don't know. The one perk change I'm predicting this is kind of way out there because I have really nothing to base this on, or very little basis on. But the platinum card, if you go way back, it used to give you Delta Platinum Elite status, which is a pretty high level elite
Wow.
status.
Yeah.
And over time that went away. So my prediction is that having the platinum card is going to give you Delta free upgrades. Now, where that comes from is that's a perk of the Delta Platinum card, the $350 card
Hmm.
that you get on the upgrade list. Now, you get on below everybody else. And this will be true. It'd be true with this too. You'd be on that list below everybody else, but if you're on a very sparsely populated flight, you might then get upgraded to at least Comfort Plus, if not first class, by just having the card and having it tied to your Delta wallet. Presumably, would be how that happens.
Interesting. I think that would be a really interesting perk to add here, and Delta would probably be happy to have that as a an incentive to get
You know,
more Platinum card holders
I don't
flying
think it would
Delta.
cost Delta anything.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe they would see it though as competing with
their
their
own products.
cards, their
Yeah,
branded cards. So maybe
perhaps.
they would dislike that for that reason. But that they could do something like that as sort of like sorry, we're limiting the platinum cards to 10 Sky Club visits per year, but here's something in exchange.
Oh, could you see Hilton doing anything like this, like some sort of a benefit at Hilton properties for Platinum card holders?
I don't know.
I don't, I
What,
mean,
what
I'm not sure what it would be, whether it would be priority for an upgrade or maybe if Hilton were going to institute some sort of an upgrade award at some point, maybe we could see that come. I don't know. That seems far-fetched. I'm going to back
yeah,
up on that. I could see Hilton being interested in continuing to attract more customers. And obviously, they instituted the Hilton credit on business platinum cards. That's why it's coming to mind, I think, that Hilton seems
right.
interested in attracting some more of those customers, although I think Hilton's interest seems to largely be in attracting more business travelers. So perhaps that won't come to the consumer side.
Yeah. I don't know. All right. So where we're at is the annual fee is going to go up either a little or a lot. Earning rate will stay about the same. The Uber credit is going to be gone and replaced with a rideshare rebate. The airline fee credit is going to be gone, replaced with a airline spend rebate broken up by quarter or semi-annual or something. Saks rebate will be gone, potentially replaced with Walmart credit. Did I miss any coupons?
I think
The
that's it.
perks, oh boy, I'm forgetting what perks you said, but for me, I said Delta. You're going to get Delta upgrades just for having the platinum card, and
Sam's
next
Club
set,
membership.
Sam's Club membership might come. All right, and yep. So that I kind of think summarizes what we predict.
All right, let's see. Here's hoping, or something like that. Don't forget, if you've enjoyed this and you'd like to get on our email list, you want to go to frequentmiler.com/subscribe to join our email list, follow us on all the various social media, and check out our Frequent Miler on the Air episodes dropping every Friday.